The prophets stand on crates beneath the heavy morning haze, telling stories of the hunger and the counting of the days, where the gavel meets the table and the silence meets the bone, and a man is measured only by the things that he can own, while the architects of shadows draw a line across the sand, deciding who will walk and who will crawl upon the sand. I saw the factory gate was locked with a rusted length of chain, and the workers in the alleyway were washing in the rain. The headlines in the gutter spoke of fortunes in the sky, but the children in the doorway had a hollow winter eye. There's a ledger in the basement where the human soul is sold for a pocket full of copper and a promise made of gold. How many miles must the weary traveler tread before the stone is turned into a loaf of daily bread? The wind is blowing colder through the cracks within the wall. The higher that the spire climbs, the harder is the fall. The bells are ringing out across the canyon of the street, but there is no melody beneath the tramping of the feet. The politician speaks in tongues of polished silver plate, while the hungry gather wood to build a fire by the gate. They talk of grand designs and of the spirit of the age, but they never turn the candle on the bars inside the cage. The ink is barely dry upon the laws they just decreed, that turn a simple human right into a debt of greed. The lady in the velvet coat looks down from her retreat. She does not see the muddy tracks upon the concrete sheet. The radio is humming with a tune of false delight, to keep the restless sleepers from the terrors of the night. But the clocks are ticking faster and the gears are out of tune, and the harvest will be bitter beneath the dying moon. The judge is in his chamber and the jury is at prayer, but the answer isn't floating in the cold and empty air. It's hidden in the struggle, in the grasping of the hand of every soul who tries to find a footing on this land. How many miles must a weary traveler tread before the stone is turned into a loaf of daily bread? The wind is blowing colder through the cracks within the wall. The higher than the spire trying, the harder is the fall. The bells are ringing out across the canyon on the street, but there is no melody beneath the tramping of the feet. How many miles must the weary traveler tread before the stone is turned into a loaf of daily bread? The wind blowing colder through the cracks within the wall. The higher that the spire climbs, the harder is the fall. The bells are ringing out across the canyon of the street, but there is no melody beneath the tramping of the feet.